Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching and welcome to the English News of Binh Phuoc radio, television station and newspaper. I'm Hưng Các and following are the headlines as usual. Binh Phuoc implement measures to protect wildlife, ensuring high-quality credit growth in 2025. Removing bottlenecks in the management and investment of state capital in enterprises. Enterprises in Đồng Nai province need more than 54,000 untrained workers. And now other details. Ladies and gentlemen, officers, civil servants, employees, and people do not engage in illegal hunting, catching, buying, selling, transporting, slaughtering, consuming, storing, and advertising wildlife and migratory birds. This is the request made recently by the chairperson of Binh Phuoc Provincial People Committee relating to the works of biodiversity conservation and wildlife protection during the Lunar New Year 2025.
Officials, civil servants, employees, and people do not engage in illegal hunting, catching, buying, selling, transporting, slaughtering, consuming, storing, and advertising wildlife and migratory birds. This is a request made recently by the chairperson of Binh Phuoc Provincial People's Committee relating to the work of biodiversity conservation and wildlife protection during the Lunar New Year 2025. The chairperson of the Provincial People's Committee requests that invasive alien species should not be raised, grown, purchased, sold, or released, and that individual birds not be purchased for release because this is an act of assisting in illegal hunting and trapping wild birds. The chairperson assigned the Department of Natural Resources and Environment to host and coordinate with relevant departments, branches, sectors, and localities to promote propaganda and dissemination of regulations on biodiversity conservation and protection of wildlife species, especially rare and precious ones. The provincial police, meanwhile, are required to proactively coordinate with relevant parties in inspecting, examining, and preventing illegal hunting, capture, trading, transportation, and consumption of wildlife, as well as handling related violations.
In the 2025, local credit institutions will focus on digital transformation and promoting cashless payment while implementing measures to ensure sustainable credit growth.
The banking sector will continue prioritizing key sectors, particularly preferential loan programs. It will also provide timely guidance on green and circular economy financing, including a 145 trillion Vietnam dong loan package for social housing developers and buyers, and a 60 trillion Vietnam dong package for the forestry and fisheries sectors, as directed by the government, the State Bank of Vietnam, and Binh Phuoc authorities. In 2024, local credit institutions mobilized over 65.6 trillion Vietnam dong in capital, marking a nearly 20% increase from the previous year, while total outstanding loans reached more than 125.8 trillion Vietnam dong.
Over the past 30 years since connecting to the national grid on January 6, 1995, Thác Mơ Hydropower Choice Stock Company had always been one of the leading enterprises of Binh Phuoc Province in the energy sector.
Over the past 30 years, since it started connecting to the national grid on January 6, 1995, Thác Mơ Hydropower Choice Stock Company has always been one of the leading enterprises of Binh Phuoc Province in the energy sector. Over the past 3 decades, the company has generated more than 22 billion kilowatt hours of electricity. Thanks to that, the electrification program in Binh Phuoc has been strongly promoted, contributing to the local socio-economic development. In 2024, Binh Phuoc's economic growth rate increased by 9.32%, exceeding the set plan, ranking first in the southeast region and 11th in the country. The company has provided stable electricity output to the national grid, ensuring the material and spiritual life of cadres, workers, and employees. Along with technical innovation to improve production and business efficiency, the company has also continuously expanded its business scale through the investment in enterprises. Thakma Hydropower George Company has set a vision for the coming years, which is to become one of the leading companies in sustainable development, safety, reliability, and high efficiency in 3 areas: electricity production and trading, and renewable energy development, new energy sources, and electricity services. At the same time, it will join hands with Power Generation Corporation 2 and Vietnam Electricity Group to ensure the national energy security and socio-economic development.
Deputy Prime Minister Hồ Đức Phước chairs a meeting on the afternoon of February the 7th to give opinion on finalizing the draft law on the management and investment of state capital in enterprises. According to the process, this bill will be submitted to the National Assembly in 2 sections, with the first submission made in the 8th section. In his concluding remarks, Deputy Prime Minister Hồ Đức Phước emphasized that the new law must remove difficulty, obstacles, and bottlenecks in the practical operation of businesses. It should cover as comprehensively as possible, leaving no legal gap, and avoid situations that occur in practice but are not regulated by law. The Deputy Prime Minister also emphasized the government's purpose is to promote the decentralization of authority and delegation of power so that businesses can be autonomous, flexible, and improve production and business capacity, but their operation must be controlled. The Ministry of Finance, the drafting agency, is proposed to continue to get feedback from businesses and agencies and finalize the draft law for submission to the government before February the 13th. In the official telegram number 11, dated February the 7th, sent to the chairperson of the People Committee and 31 northern provinces and cities from Huế and the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development, Health, Natural Resources and Environment, Labor, Invalids and Social Affairs, Information and Communication, the Prime Minister requested the chairperson of the People Committee of the provinces centrally run city to seriously, radically, and effectively implement the prevention and controls of surf and harmful cold spell. In the official telegram, the Prime Minister requested relevant agencies and localities to focus on communication and provide guidance to the public on measures and skills to prevent and combat the cold spell safely and effectively. It's necessary to check and promptly support food, necessity, medicines, medical examination, and treatment for people, paying special attention to the elderly, children, vagrant, homeless people, and other vulnerable subjects. Absolutely do not letting people go hungry, cold, sick from the cold without access to medical services. Although some commodities such as vegetable, rice, and cashew nuts saw a decrease in export turnover, coffee and rubber still recorded growth in export value. Vietnam exports of agricultural, forestry, and aquatic products in January 2025 were estimated at $5.8 billion, down by 4.9% over the same period. Asia is Vietnam's largest export market, of which the export of agricultural products decreased by 6.2% year-on-year. Livestock decreased by 9.3%, forestry products down by 4.8%, but seafood exports still increased slightly by 0.3%. However, Vietnam's exports of agro products is forecast to face many challenges in 2025. The Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development is currently implementing many solutions to promote export to new markets, especially Holland. and coordinating with relevant agencies to expand export to the United States and China. On February the 8th, Dong Nai Employment Service Center said that in 2025, businesses in the province need to recruit over 55,000 workers, including more than 54,000 untrained workers, while the remaining positions will be for technical workers or individuals with university degrees. Compared to the previous year, the demand for industrial labor this year increased by over 10%, mainly in localities boasting industrial development such as Binh Phuoc City and Nhân, Trảng Bom and Long Thanh districts. The industry in need of numerous workers are leather, footwear, garment textile, woodwork, and electronics. It is currently the peak of labor recruitment in Dong Nai province. There are 100 enterprises posting notices to recruit nearly 10,000 people. The lowest salary is 6.5 million Vietnam dong per person per month, not including allowances and overtime. And that's all for today on the new Binh Phuoc radio, television station and newspaper. Once again, thank you for watching and goodbye for now.